So we're up to my final critical Let's Play video of the first Modern Warfare game before we move on to the second ever third game. We have prevented a nuclear apocalypse and now we are going after Zakhaev, who's trying to escape.
Enemy truck, 6 o'clock.
In this very arcadey, like any premise of you know, realistic depictions of battlefields is gone out the window. This, as we hoon down a Russian highway, destroying trucks full of people. You almost see in this level, it's almost like a prologue to how the next two Modern Warfares are going to work, like leaving behind any kind of nuance of the battlefield simulators and turning for rolling over exploding trucks and highway chases. Like, this is the Modern Warfare from now on. Totally, completely cinematic, on rails, driving around, which I'm kind of okay with. It's also probably one of the only missions of the game you actually have any kind of suggestion of, this is hard to do while talking. That truck went off the edge. One of the only suggestions of civilian populations before these cars everywhere. You know, civilians were mentioned previously, but rarely ever saw them. Goodness me.
Pick up an RPG and fire on that high.
That is not going to happen. I think I give you a tunnel just in time. I'm pretty sure not even meant to be able to hit it, really. But you're the good guys. Like, those bits are quite deliberately cinematic. I think it comes in closer. There we go. Well, I remember you're definitely not meant to hit it, because it does this in a moment. He ran away and he blows up the bridge right in front of us.
The bridge isn't gonna hold. Move, move, move.
So now we have to get off this bridge. Quick, smart.
It's about to
In slow motion. We're walking very slowly. Too slowly, I guess? I don't think I can run there.
Isn't gonna hold. Move, move, move. It's about to
I think I accidentally crouched. And that truck just fell over. And then time. I like those moments where it's slow motion and suddenly goes back to full normal speed. So we're kind of stuck here while all these things come and attack us.
Bravo 5. Loyalist forces in the area may be able to assist, but we cannot confirm at this time. Base played out.
So we've kind of been left stranded here. The good Russians, quote unquote, might be on their way, but for the most part, we seem pretty screwed. Bit of a last stand kind of situation. But there's Kamarov on his way to help us. Kamarov being the good Russian who's helped us several times in the past. Tanker behind us is about to explode apparently. Alright, so the tanker behind us exploded. I like when it's in slow motion, even like checkpoint reached appears in slow motion, so it's kind of a diegetic slow motion, also a non-diegetic slow motion. Like the game moves slow, not just for world. So this guy's dragging me because I'm so clearly injured. I'm kind of locked in. I can only look at him. I can't look at who he's shooting. I can move my right stick, but only around here. So Griggs is defending me, and Griggs is down. Goodbye, Griggs. Look over there. Price is hurt. There's not really much he can do to help me. Here comes Zakayev. And his big helicopter. So first he shoots Gaz. So this is the end, really. Like, there's nothing we can do. Then suddenly a missile comes out of nowhere, takes out our helicopter. Gives us a moment of reprieve. So the loyalists are here. Then when you start looking to the left, then Soap kind of looks over. And the moment this happens, you see this pistol coming and you're like, shit, I know what I have to do. And it's still slow motion and you just have a moment, you have to take them all out before they notice. And they can kill you there if they notice before you start doing it. But it's just so sudden. It's one of my favorite endings of a video game, where you just go from, there's no way I'm getting out of this. And then you just kind of look to the left and he's sliding you his pistol, and then that kind of second between the pistol leaving him and reaching you, you're like, no way, there's no way they're going to make me do this. And then you're just lying there, all your machine guns, gunships, none of that means anything, you just have you and a pistol. And Kamarov saves you with a good helicopter now overhead. But Gaz is dead, Riggs is dead. Price looks like he's dead. Tell you what, we're not playing this sort of story, so I'm about to give a spoiler if anyone cares. But Price isn't dead. I think I've already mentioned he returns in the later games. But that's the last of you see him in this game, so he may as well be dead. And of course then, all those non-military people have fed this story about it being a, you know, just a missile test. No one was ever in danger. This all happened behind the scenes, which is kind of a nice, comfortable narrative for, like, to justify this stuff in a modern setting, is that no one actually knew it happened. I think a lot of kind of military kind of narratives kind of use that to get away with. And you have these hints of an idea of the ultra-nationalist party, you know, working towards things within Russia. And, you know, the next two modern warfares are very much about kind of, you know, the actual Russian military being taken over by this ultra-nationalist party. So things go worse and worse from here. It's an interesting choice with the credits to go back to the gunship level, as though they knew this was clearly the most kind of evocative, you know, most kind of accurate depiction of realistic war that they managed to achieve with the game, because alternatively it looks the most digitally mediated. But they attacked for church you're not meant to attack, so it's very kind of weird just watching it without kind of controlling it. I'm not going to waste our time just watching the credits. If I can. Might as well skip them. There is one more level in this game. And everybody seems to know about this level, but strangely enough, I don't think I've actually played it before.
I'm serious. And don't call me Shirley.
So I'm not sure what kind of insights I'm even going to be able to make into this, but let's see what happens here. This final 5 or 10 minutes, however long this is, might end up being more like a normal Let's Play video rather than anything else. So we're on Air Force One. I can tell it's Air Force One because I saw that movie with Harrison Ford in it. That's probably the most insightful thing I will say in this entire video. This is like that plane in that Harrison Ford video. So this clearly doesn't actually fit into the story in any way. I guess they just made these assets for some reason. Though it's kind of harks forward to the mission we'll have in Modern Warfare 3 on the aeroplane, which is quite terrific. I wonder if I just made this and then realized I couldn't fit it into the story in any way. Probably should be getting sucked out there. Okay, alright. Two-story planes seem to be a nice compact way to design these levels. Go all the way one way, go up the stairs and go up the other. Modern Warfare 3's plane level users does a similar thing. Oh, I didn't even really notice my timer. Oh, what the hell? Did I save Harrison Ford?
Someone's on the phone. If we don't have much time, we're gonna go now. Roger that. Prepare to breach. We're going for a little freefall, mate. On your feet.
Alright.
See you next time, mate.
There's really nothing interesting to say about that. Just this thing that happened. And then you have everyone that died. I wonder if one of those is meant to be Soap. You see Soap in the later games. He doesn't look like any of those people. I don't know. Well, that's something I'll have to look up and check out. But I guess that's it for Modern Warfare 1. There's nothing else really to say about it. Thanks for watching, and hopefully you stick around for the next two games, which have a whole heap of very, very interesting, very specific kind of moments that will be fun to look at, and I can't wait to do those. So thanks for sticking around this far, and see you next time.